Jordan for fourth place on the all-time scoring list this week. But the milestone took place in another Lakers loss. And when the game was basically over, Rondo sat in a courtside seat instead of sitting on the Lakers bench. Well, we talked about this plenty. He was criticized in so many places. So yesterday, Rondo ripped the media that focused on his act and not on LeBron's achievement. Rondo wrote on Instagram, quote, "Most of y'all have made a career out of discussing LeBron James. Y'all can't pay the man some respect." Did I hear you,
y'all?
Shannon? Did you trying to get
y'all?
in there?
I wonder who we were talking about.
Y'all?
You know
Who's y'all?
Well, the
Shannon.
president of the y'all club.
Does he have a point?
Yes, absolutely. Wednesday night was supposed to be, at that moment, about a great achievement. And we should have given him credit for what he was able to do. Granted, I get it. Team hadn't had success, and they're not where they thought they would be. LeBron James is the most dissected athlete I think I can ever remember. But we can't mention his greatness without dissecting his missteps. See, if I'm a musician and I win a Grammy, I don't want somebody to get up there and when they give me my award talking about, yeah, but that last album was terrible. And that's what we do with LeBron. This moment was not about 2011 failures. It was not about 2010 failure with the Boston Celtics. It wasn't about the misstep that he had against San Antonio or he collapsing against Golden State last year in Game 1. But that's what it turned into. How about LeBron James is the fourth all-time leading scorer? His consistency and the way he's played the game on the court and the way he's had no missteps off of it. But that's not what we do with him. We take every opportunity when he does something good. But you remember what happened in 2011? He had the ultimate all-time meltdown for a superstar. You remember what happened last year in Game 1, Jenny?
Yeah.
That was the biggest meltdown. He was sulking. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Rondo.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Rondo makes some very, very compelling points.
Okay.
But Rondo, you did what you did. You brought this on LeBron. Because not only did we have to talk about LeBron and what he did, we had to talk about you. LeBron, Skip, Rajon Rondo said he did what he did 8 to 10 times. He said Magic and Rob Pelinka called him in on the day off and told him, what they expected of him. And it's an NBA rule that he couldn't sit there. Now, somebody's lying. It's hard for me to believe that Rajon Rondo had done that thing 8 to 10 times and the NBA had not called and told him or sent him a letter.
I didn't see it. Maybe you did. Maybe Maybe Jenny saw it. I don't know.
I hadn't noticed it.
I didn't see it.
I hadn't noticed it.
Also, who'd ever thought Rondo would come to LeBron James' defense?
Well, that's the other part of this that's interesting.
Because remember, Skip Bayless, they hate Ray Allen because Ray Allen joined him in South Beach. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Rajon Rondo led the group that wouldn't accept him to the cookout. Ray Allen, Uncle Ray's supposed to be able to come. Oh, Jesus, Shuttleworth always got to be able to come to the cookout. Rondo is championing the cause now. But he's absolutely right. That was aside, him sitting on in the fan seats, that aside, him joining LeBron in L.A. after his hatred of LeBron and him out, that aside. But he's absolutely right. This was not the time nor the place to take shots at LeBron about missteps that he's had in his career. It was about imagine, Jenny, if I get award at Fox. I get it. Let's just say I win an Emmy. I think you will.
You're hugely hypothetical. But go
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This is my time. If I win an Emmy, I would expect
You win an Emmy.
I don't expect Skip Bayless to get up there and say, "Well, you come a long way. You were terrible when you first started this job." You remember that time you couldn't get your thought together. When someone has an accomplishment, be it on the workforce, I don't want somebody to come up there and talk about the missteps.
You're right.
It's about that moment.
Do you remember all those cases of Diet Dew that we lost?
Exactly. You know what's
You start there.
That's something,
Go ahead.
That's something that you would actually do.
But that's a good point.
But Rajon Rondo is absolutely right, Skip. This was not the time to try to take shots. And a lot of people, we don't talk about your guy Michael Jordan, that old, what he said. But anyway, this was not the time to take shots at LeBron. It was time to praise the accomplishment. And Rondo is absolutely right.
just a quick aside and a bit of self-defense on my part, if I might. There was a time when I made a career out of Terrell Owens, and then I made a career out of Tim Tebow, and then I made a career out of Tom Brady, and then I made a career out of anybody who ever wore the Dallas Cowboy uniform. So just for the record, it's not always about this guy. But this guy is I say this every year, he's the most fascinating player I've ever observed, closely observed, because he's so all-time great, but he does have his flaws, and that makes him fascinating.
But not with his accomplishments.
Okay. So now back to this. To your point that I think you were trying to arrive at the end of what you said, this was the ultimate blame deflection on the part of Rajon Rondo.
Yes.
Because I just, in my career, I try to rack my brain. I don't remember any basketball player, any NBA player ever, college, pro, whatever, while the game is still being played, sitting in a courtside seat some, 20 seats down from your bench, and appearing to sulk. It appeared to me, but something was not right for Rajon at that point, right?
Yeah.
Okay? That makes you a sideshow that people are going to report on and talk about and respond to. But does that mean that all the focus post-game went on Rondo? No, just a little bit of focus went on Rondo. And just to defend our show, yesterday, we did do the Rondo topic. We did it, and it was one of our shorter topics of the day.
Correct.
We did LeBron 4 times yesterday in the 2.5-hour show.
Correct.
So it wasn't like Rondo dwarfed LeBron, right?
We didn't lead with Rondo.
We did not lead with Rondo. And during the game, remember, LeBron passed Michael with 5:38 left in the second quarter.
That is correct.
So it got celebrated at the moment more nationally than internally in Staples, but it got celebrated, certainly on ESPN. The confetti effectively fell on ESPN. Well, it felt like it fell the way ESPN was presenting it. I'm not bashing ESPN. They should have, because it was a big milestone. And because he's been chasing the ghost in Chicago, it looked like he had caught and passed the ghost on the scoring list. Well, that's a huge story that got made huge at that moment. And post-game, that was the biggest story by far. So it's not like everybody decided to, let's blast Rondo and let's neglect to celebrate LeBron. That's not what happened. We celebrated LeBron. You did.
I did.
Okay. Right? Post-game.
Maybe
you should have worn your goat mask. I couldn't believe you didn't. I think you knew in your heart of hearts it just wasn't right.
It didn't feel right. It did. Jenny, stop it.
It didn't feel right. You could not have come out here with the mask.
I mean, they're 4-10 since he came back from injury. Am I right?
Yeah, they are.
But I miss the goat mask. I do.
No, you don't.
And I was convinced. I predicted before the show you would. I predicted. I predicted before the show to Chris Healy, our producer, that you would come out in the goat mask.
No.
And the candles, I like that stuff. Yeah.
The candles?
Yeah, he brings candles and
I don't even know candles.
Yeah, I bring candles out here too.
Because you can't hold a candle to me?
No.
Is that how
no, the aroma. Because you be dry snitching, so I'll need them to smell. I need them to smell.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Cherry wood and
cherry wood.
Yeah, that's what I need them to smell.
All right. Okay. So again, this goes on. I don't know how many words. This is like a couple of hundred words of blame deflection. Like, what are you talking about? You did this. We didn't do it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't tell Rondo, go sit in that seat.
If he wasn't on the Lakers, let's just say for the sake of argument, Skip, he's in Memphis and he does that. It's not a story. But you did it on the night that LeBron broke Michael Jordan's record, and you did it on the very team.
Okay, but if Rondo is still Rondo, and he does have his Celtic heritage on his legacy, right? And he did play in those finals and won the final.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 finals. He won one.
That's what I'm saying. He played in the 2 and he won 1.
Right.
Okay, and he's still in Memphis. He's a Grizzly and he does that. We might do it at our number 10 topic, our last topic in the show, because he's Rondo. Like, he's at it again. Does he not have a history of sort of off-center behavior? Like you, when you least, which is what you point out yesterday, he's been on, was it 5 teams in 6 years or something like that? Right? Or 6 and 5. I think it's 6 and 5.
He did this on the very night, on the very team when the guy passed Michael Jordan. So what did he expect to happen?
Maybe it's his fault that he took a little bit of focus off LeBron, right?
I would agree. I would agree.
But he is shooting the messengers, right? Who are in the media. Like, how dare you talk about me on his night? Well, you jump-started it.
If he does it any other night, I don't know if it's a story because it is a story to LeBron's story. But you made that.
Okay.
You did that.
Okay.
Why are you getting upset with something you created? You created Frankenstein. Now you're upset that he's destroying the lab. You did this, Rondo, but Rondo makes some point. And I'm gonna look here. Rondo is not without fault. He's 95% fault. But there's a 5% of him that's right because you yesterday in your celebratory, but you still found time to bring up 2011. You did do that.
Because we were doing a topic of who's better between Jordan and LeBron.
No. We did a topic that was by itself. It was a standalone.
Okay, but that was when I brought it up.
No, you don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
Well, don't bring it up. Oh, sweep it under the carpet. Well, then you should have vetoed the topic in our pre-show meeting.
No.
Just say, I don't want to do that. That's not fair. You did not say that topic is not fair.
No.
Because you wanted to make your case that he is better than Jordan.
I don't need to make no case.
And I'm going to unmake your case if you're going to make it. Because he's not.
I don't need a case.
He's not.
That's a trunk.
Huh?
It's a trunk. You know, a trunk is bigger than a case.
You know, all the cases are on this side.
No, wait, that's okay. I'm going to get them back. I'm going to get them back.
Yeah.
But it is, Skip. But you know, Skip, you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know when someone has a historic accomplishment, it's not the time to come up there and talk about their misgivings. Okay, if you want to take tomorrow, you know what? Tonight, and we've heard people say this, tonight's your night. I ain't going to mess your night up tonight, but tomorrow.
Okay, help me out with this.
Yes, I'm going to help you out as much as I can.
What happened early in that game on Wednesday night? LeBron
he missed 4 free throws.
Wait, just a second. I didn't do this, but it was reported that he was roundly booed at Staples. This is on the night when we know what's coming. Yeah. He's going to pass Jordan. It's going to happen within the first half, right?
Yes.
And yet, it was reported that he was loudly booed for missing 4 straight free throws to start the game.
And you brought that up.
Okay, well, I can't help it. It happened. I didn't do it. I didn't miss 4 free throws.
If he didn't miss 4 free throws and he doesn't break the record, maybe you can bring that up. But the celebration, him passing Michael Jordan, we need to talk about that. Okay. It's a very small, narrow path.
What are the most free throws LeBron has ever missed in a single quarter of his career? The most he's ever missed?
Oh, tell us.
4.
Oh.
That night.
You see?
That quarter.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, wait a second. That was a historical milestone. So you have to report both ways.
Stop. So now I want you to keep that same energy. If Kevin Durant missed 2 free throws, because
he doesn't miss 2 free throws.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The other night.
I don't remember. He missed 1.
Oh yeah, and what would the 1 would have done?
It was
set it to overtime.
I got it.
Okay,
all right.
But I'm trying to ask you a question.